logbooks and the logs, which is the future. Already, a lot of states, a lot of companies are using it. Before I go further, I will like to speak about our keynote speaker today, Mr. Prabhat Billore, a marine engineer at shore for 22 years at different levels and possesses currently working as program manager at Mariapps Marine Solutions Private Ltd, which is a part of the BSL, and in charge of development of electronic record books and electronic logbooks. Global Shared Services Head for almost 1 year, managed, improved, optimized, and standardized 4 key processes: invoice processing, payroll processing, disbursement processing, and P&I cases processing. Also, we have been operation head for 5 years, dealing with offices across globe in 29 locations, initiated, designed, and implemented new unique internal outsourcing model. Retail management program from Indian Institute of Management, Calcutta, with over 22 years of cross-functional experiences in the supply chain management, inventory management, ERP implementation, training, and human resource management. He is adept at developing sourcing strategies, vendor identification management, with a proven track record in cost saving in all these achievements. In terms of transport solutions and clearances, extensive experience in fleet management, transport solutions, development and analytical assessment to strengthen supply chain effectiveness. He is adept at developing and successfully implementing business solutions, insightful knowledge of business process analysis and design, re-engineering process, rationalization, cost control, and quality. Expertise in handling client requirements. Previously, he worked with Mitsui OSK Lines as safety inspector. This job gave him the opportunity to getting update with various ship types. Last, working with Bernhard Schulte Ship Management, TDC, now known as Mariapps Marine Solution. At Mariapps, was responsible globally for PMS and purchase, also responsible for developing of software for the automation of these processes. Their internal clients include offices from India, China, Singapore, Hong Kong, Cyprus, Greece, UK, and Germany. The team of 50 includes various nationality and locations. For example, India, Philippines, China, Greek, and German. Mr. Billore, a marine engineer at shore for 22 years at different levels and processes, currently working with Bernhard Schulte Ship Management as program manager for Mariapps. His global shared services head for about 1 year, managed, improved, optimized, and standardized 4 key procedures: invoice processing, payroll processing, disbursement processing, and P&I. I think I'm repeating this. But it's good to know if such a qualified person among us. Having read this very short CV, but a very, very important CV. Let me tell you, I have been a part of the Mariapps. I visited their Cochin place. Captain Sanchal Shukla had invited us. Whenever anybody gets a chance to go to Cochin, you must visit Bernhard Schulte Institute. The way they have set up the whole institute, the various courses, and Mariapps has a whole floor. I met their head also that time, and it's a wonderful, wonderful experience. We were there for almost 2 days. Sir. It was a wonderful thing. Going forward, before we start, I must say, as a CMI, we promote environment cleaning, so no plastics, no preserving your water, preserving your plant and environment is a theme. And I'm proud to say BSM Bernhard Schulte is following the same. So thank you. I hand over the proceedings to our Mr. Kaustubh Pradhan. Before I say, our next meet is going to be on the 17th June, which will be on the IRS auditorium in totally physical thing. It will be in the afternoon around 3 to 5 in a very important topic, MACN, that is Maritime Against Corruption Network. You must have the senior advisor is Mr. Deepak Shetty, who has now joined the international network. This network generated from Denmark, where they tell the ship staff, say no to the giving gratis to the company. It has been so successful in Egypt, in Indian port Nhava Sheva, in Nigeria and Ukraine. Now they have made a big group of this in India, and the awareness is not much, except for the companies which are using it, only they are aware. So we will gladly welcome. I'm sure very soon we'll be advertising. It's totally in the physical mode in the IRS auditorium on the Friday evening.
Where is it located?
Sir, at Powai only. In the Powai. Welcome, Captain Arvind sir. So I invite our Deputy Master, Captain Kaustubh Pradhan sir. Please, sir.
Thank you. I don't have much to say. Just a few things for people who are not present here physically. We have a host of members, all senior masters sitting here. But there are two very tall personalities. One is the chairman of FOSMA, Captain Sankar Chugla. We're very proud to have you, sir. Another one is none other than the chairman of MASA.
Wow.
So that's a very good beginning to our physical meetings with such tall personalities. And of course, we have Captain Afde, Captain Upal, and well, I don't want to name everybody. But with that, I would like to invite the speaker to please take over and start. Thank you. Okay. Good evening, everyone.
Good evening.
Normally, in such gatherings, everybody asks, can you hear me? Which is very normally everybody can hear me. I ask, can you see me? Because we have seen so many tall personalities standing here and speaking, and suddenly you find that somebody coming which is invisible. Okay, so I hope you can see me. Right?
Yes.
Good. That's a good start.
We would like to hear you more clearly and little louder.
Yeah. Okay.
Yes, I find it a little.
Okay.
So, yeah.
Yeah. I have requested for a mic actually, that when I speak, it should be very, very louder. Then they said not required, your PC mic, and this mic is more than enough. So, okay, let's start. So today we are talking about electronic record book and logs. So first I want to describe the topic, why there are two words, record book and logs. What we have done is, in Mariapps, when we created the software for electronic record book, we have bifurcated the MARPOL related books separate than non-MARPOL related books. The reason being that regulations are much more strict for MARPOL related book in terms of what to enter, how should it look like. But in other record books, like say for your engine logbook, deck logbook, you are free to record all your formats. So we kept, based on the requirement of the regulations, we kept two separate. So we have all the record books are actually MARPOL related things, and the log books are non-MARPOL related. So today's presentation, what we'll do is, we will see few slides in the presentation, and then we will see the application also, how it look like. Right? You can come here, Sami. So we will see. Huh? No, he'll operate. So first we will see a few slides of presentation, and then we will see how actually it looks like, how the engineers on board or deck officers on board will enter the data on these. These record books, and then we will move to log books. So we'll see a small presentation of log books, and then how the data entry is done on the log books. So this is the agenda for today, and please feel free to stop me, interrupt me, and ask questions. More need to be interactive because this is a new concept. as far as our sailing days are concerned. Definitely more senior people are here. I stopped sailing in 2000. So last 22 years, a lot of things changed in shipping industry. And this is one big change where we can never think of when we were sailing that it is possible to have a logbook or oil record book, which is electronic. Okay. So moving to next slide. Can I? Now it will work. Okay, so in our ER books, that is the record books, we have oil record book 1, 2, then emission record book, which is Annex 6, then cargo record book, which is Annex 2, applicable to only chemical tankers, then ballast water record book, then we have garbage record book 1, 2. Garbage record book is applicable for all ship 1, 1, and 2 is applicable to only bulk carriers or containers. Then you have biofouling record book. And then you have Marpol seal log. Seal log means you overboard wall, bilge overboard wall, you seal, you put the seal number that this seal is put on this flank. So that seal log is also now electronic. Then we have bunker sample history. We record I remember used to be a register where you used to record that this date we have done the bunkering and we have the sample number. This is for this particular bunkering. That also now electronic. And how you dispose that bunker sample is also recorded here. Yes, sir.
Before you proceed, my one question is, the record book needs to be signed by the senior officer on a daily basis. How do we do that in an electronic record?
Okay. The signature in electronic record book here in our product is done in 2 ways. Either you can do mouse, we will show you how to do it, or there are signature pads. So signature pad is a device which is just a pen and a pad. You sign on that, it will come here.
And IMO has accepted this?
Yes. We have flag approval, type approval, all for that.
I may also raise a question. This electronic record books, does it already stand implemented on B&M ships or it is in transition?
Okay. We first implemented this record books on 10 ships 2.5 years back.
Okay.
Okay. And last 1 year, more than 300 ships are already using it.
Are you happy about?
No, ship staff is happy. You understand what point? Ship staff is happy about it.
Oh, ship staff is happy.
The reason is they don't make mistake now. The system doesn't allow them to make mistake. Mistake in the sense, when I was inspector on board in MOL, the most common mistake I used to catch was that bunkering, lube oil bunkering is entered, but the quantity is entered in liters. Because your BDN is in liters. Here, you enter the data in liters, system automatically calculates and makes the entry in metric tons.
You see, the question comes when you have a handwritten report. Once written is imprint, it can't be changed.
Yes.
Whereas in electronic record book,
Same.
I mean, is it?
Yes.
It cannot be changed.
It cannot be changed, it cannot be deleted.
But after all, it's a software, anybody can.
No. The type approval and flag approval, we have demonstrated to the class that it cannot be changed, no delete button anywhere. Even if you try to delete from the database, an email is shot up to us saying that somebody is trying to tamper your record book.
That is. Anything can be done.
No, the software, as a software company, this is our responsibility that to ensure that they cannot delete it.
Because during investigation and all, what I mean, the staff and the company become one party.
No, we are third party.
It's a different party.
We are third party. BSM is customer, or like say the other companies are customer to us who are using this software.
Okay.
And recently we are in discussion with Panama flag and Liberia flag, where they want this to be automatically transmitted to their server. No need for sending anything, and it will be so transparent that every entry you make will automatically go to the flag. It's a soon the regulation will come where the ships are, the companies have to provide this automatic feed to the flag. Sorry. So we are one step behind that now, where we can say live with the data, whatever we entered, but very soon it is automatically going to the flag step.
So you have to go to the administration to get the ship
True.
approved,
Yeah.
or the company can themselves complete.
No, they cannot.
The administration has to first get it approved, then only the company start.
Yeah, actually, it's like this. The approval process is like first we we created this. We did the trial run for maybe 6 months, and then we installed on the more ships. Then we went to say class. So we went to BB, NK, KR, and these are all IX member. They have tested this software with us entirely from end to end, 3 days, 10 hours a day. They were sitting with us, and every page they have tested. Then they certified that okay, this software is complying with all the requirement of IMO. Next level, when we went to the flag approval. So we went to say Marshall Island. Marshall Island tested this entirely. Liberia tested it. They took about 2 months. We gave them the link. They tested themselves. And after that, they said, okay, this complies with IMO requirement. Story is not finished there. Then we installed on board a ship. So 2 months, they were running parallel, the paper record book and the electronic record book. Once parallel running is done, then we did the remote survey of that vessel. So surveyor from the class or the flag, depending upon the flag style. Like Panama, they want to do themselves, or Liberia, they want to do themselves. And others like the RO is there. RO means recognized organization. So class is doing. So class, they do remote survey, they check the system. Then they ask you question to the chief engineer master. And then they say, okay, now we are issuing a declaration of electronic record book as per MEPC 31274. And now you can stop the paper record book and continue with electronic record book.
So there are a couple of people raising their hands.
Yes.
Have they approached government?
Sir, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Sir, I have just 2 questions. One is, whenever we make a mistake in our entries, normally in a paper book, we just make a line cut and then make a correction and then sign the logbook or a record book. So how do we edit? Suppose I have making an error in the numerical value or the numerical values of the entries. I can understand you template wise, people can write the correct entry as per the requirement, but I can make an entry into the values. So if I have to edit the values, I still have the possibility to do that, sir? Question number 1.
Okay. Okay, let me answer the first one, then we'll go to second.
Okay.
Okay, interesting. So it's human error. Human error is possible that instead of say 1 meter cube transfer, you wrote 9 meter cube or 10 meter cube, and you have saved the entry. And since entries cannot be deleted from here, what to do? So we have given a correction entry or mark is invalid. So when you go to that entry and you say that mark is invalid, you maybe put the reason why it is invalid, and the cross will come and it will be labeled that mark is invalid by chief engineer or second engineer on this date. Okay. So entry is marked as invalid, and if you want to make another entry for that entry, and since say for example you have made an entry on 1st of June, and that entry, after that entry you have made 2nd, 3rd June, already the entries are there, and you want to mark the 1st June entry as invalid, but instead of that, after marking the invalid, you want to make another entry on 1st June.
Correct.
Okay. Or you forgot to make some entry and you want to make that. So there is a chance for making an entry called missed entry. In the software, you go to the missed entry, you put the date when actually this entry need to be made, then you put the date for current date, and you make the entry. You will have 2 entries coming, one I entry where missed entry on for this date and the actual entry.
Okay, but I can, if I am verifying the records as an auditor or as an inspector or as a company assessor, I will have all these entries in all in order only, right, sir?
Yeah, it will be a chronological order only.
Okay, whenever I make an entry afterwards.
Of course.
Okay. Second question I have, so thanks for that. Second question I have is, as Intertanko or OCIM or anybody comes up with the guidance for the entries in the logbook, like what we have for the ORB 1 and 2 and for ballast water record book and everything. So is the software patches to take into account that update is a regular process, and the changes which has already been made before the records, duplication of that record is stored somewhere else, because anything electronic has to have a duplication of the records. So updation of the software itself or the template entries plus the duplication of the records, both are possible in that software, correct, sir?
Okay, so for the audience who is present here, the questions are two part. One part they are saying that is it possible to do the duplication of record? Meaning, is your entries is safe enough? Meaning, I am sailing on board as a chief engineer and I have made oil record book entries, and suddenly when PSC comes on board, my system is not working.
Correct.
Right. So
Yes,
this
sir.
is scenario which is likely to be possible. So what we have done is, for that, we have a three stages of backup. Okay. First backup is that automatically every hour, whatever entries are made are saved in an external hard disk.
Okay.
So in PDF format. So what happens if your server is not working? Any PC which is working, you connect that and you show that PDF to the surveyor, and it is all right because you have made the entries. That is first level of backup. The second level of backup is the entire software, database, all the files are every day continuously backup. Their maximum limit, maximum risk is only 5-minute data loss. Maximum risk is 5-minute data loss. And wherever we are installing, we are designating one PC as backup PAL server. So you put that external drive in backup PAL server, and within few minutes, we will connect there and we will be able to reinstall and restore your database again. And you can start using their software. The third level of backup is that these entries are coming automatically to Office. There is a small software running there, which is automatically sending all these entries to Office, and you can create a PDF in the Office and send to the vessel by email. So that is the first part of the question, right?
Yes.
The second part was, can you repeat?
As the new guidelines are coming from the OCIM of the time,
software update. Okay, I got it. So, like we have just for your information, we have used Intertanko guides as our base guide for making the software. And recently, that 2020 ballast water Intertanko guide was very, very helpful, because there is a lot of discussion on ballast water management, like how to record the exchange, and whether when you are recording the ballast exchange, whether you need to record the tank levels or not. So our Intertanko guide comes in there. Tomorrow, they say that, okay, in the bunker entry, 26 entry in your oil record book 1, you have to record the bunker sample seal number also. Currently, it is not a requirement.
Correct.
So if, say, for example, flags administration or IMO comes with this requirement, it takes only 5 minutes for me to add that here and replicate to the vessel. The replication is normal communication, which every day happens. It will take that change and update the vessel system. So we don't have to reinstall the software. We don't have to upgrade the software. It is just normal everyday communication. These changes will go and update.
Understood, sir. Thank you very much. Thanks a lot. Okay.
Okay.
Rajiv, sorry, I have just a small query. When you started, you said you are in touch with Marshall Islands, you are in touch with Panama and other people, and then you went up to ROs. So just for the general thing, our understanding, you need approval from the flag state. Do you also need approval from ROs?
No. What some flag states has done is, like, say for example, Singapore flag. When I or the ship manager goes to the approval to them, they said, don't need to come to us. Whosoever is your class, you tell them, show them their type approval, and on behalf of us, they will check and approve.
This is not to clarify, even when you go to the Indian administration, say you go to the chief surveyor in DD shipping and say, I've got this product. What he does is he reviews it and then he passes it on to IRS for their review and then get a feedback from them and then take a decision.
So the approval will come from DD shipping or flag
No,
state
or actually, final approval comes
from the flag state.
They may ask
So that's the right way actually.
they may ask the RO to review it. but
Yes,
it
they
comes
can
from the-
review, RO can review.
On behalf of flag state, RO can review. The responsibility always the receiver is flag state.
Please, on.
उधर से लेके आना पड़ेगा डेस्क पे मेरे डेस्क पे. Okay, one more raised hand there.
This is Captain Bhandarkar.
Yes, Captain.
We have been publishing these books as physical copies. Pardon my question if it is preliminary, elementary, whatever. Sir, are you doing these softwares by yourself or are you getting it done by somebody? Or
Okay, sir, I belong to a company called Mariapps Marine Solution Private Limited. We are a multinational software company. We have offices in various locations. Like our head office is located in Singapore. Our development center is located in Cochin, and I have a center in Mumbai where I sit in 5th floor where we are having this seminar. And we have office in Cyprus, we have office in Germany, we have office in France, and we are a software company. But we are, our parent company, Bernhard Schulte Ship Management and Mariapps has got same parent, the Schulte Group. So the software is developed by us. I have a team of like total strength of Mariapps programmers is about 800 programmers are there currently working with us. So we are a full-fledged software company. We own a 8th floor building in Kochi where Captain Basin has been. I will show you a picture of that building also. So we are a software company.
okay, thank you very much. Sir.
Please.
Which classification society has come out with explanatory literature on this electronic advances?
The biggest explanatory explanation came from MEPC.
MEPC?
Yeah, they have given a guideline we call 31274, and that resolution is enough for the all. Okay. Any more questions?
Has any port state control created problems arising out of this digitization?
Okay, there are like say almost 2 years we are running on some ships this electronic record book, and almost 1 year without paper book also. Till now, God forbid, no problem.
Well stabilized.
Yes.
And how long is the duration of training that you impart? I suppose all the entries are made by chief engineer in this electronic record books of
Depending.
concerning IOPP and whatnot.
Yeah. The entries are made in say oil record book 1. Entries can be made by any engineer.
Any engineer?
Yeah, and countersigned by chief engineer.
Countersigned by?
Chief engineer. And page is signed by master. At the end of the page, it's signed by master. Like the hardware. Like that.
So there is some distinct taken about it.
Yes. And all the roles and rights are defined. The chief officer can do ballast water record book, or oil record book 2, or cargo record book is chief officer, and emission record book is for chief engineer. Oil record book 1 is for chief engineer. Sir, you are asking something.
So the Mariapps, the ship tracking system is also devised by you?
Sorry?
There is a ship tracking system which you are,
We are using.
that is devised by you also?
Yes, we are. Not me, but we are same company.
Let us finish the presentation.
Yeah.
Then we take
Yes,
the
yes,
questions.
yes.
Yeah.
So
We
can
take one picture also.
I've already taken. I will take.
Okay. So the advantage of this our product is automatic calculation. Meaning, say for example, you are transferring 1 meter cube binge well. bilge from bilge well to bilge water tank, automatically bilge water tank level will increase from 9 to 10. You cannot alter it. No, you cannot change it. So calculations are automatic. You cannot edit that calculation. Then web-based, meaning on the vessel at one PC we install this, and every other PC can just use the browser and run it. We have the app also in iPad and Android pad. You can use this software. Then we comply with all the regulation of IMO. The encryption is there, meaning all the transaction data is encrypted with AES. It means you will not be able, if you try, like one question was there for delete, you will not be able to identify the entry to delete it. It is so encrypted that nothing can be identified about the entry from the database.
Automation calculation means what? I don't understand.
Again, I am telling you, say for example, 1 meter cube bilge I am transferring from bilge well to bilge tank. Bilge tank was having 9 meter cube, automatically it will become 10 meter cube. Or say 1 meter cube sludge I am burning in incinerator. So from waste oil tank it will become 8 to 7. Okay, then the interesting question on this juncture is normally being asked, which is not asked here, I'm asking myself, is what happens to purifier sludge tank? Because purifier is continuously running and it is putting the sludge inside, the sludge level is increasing. So we have an option of increasing the sludge, like we know that as a chief engineer, my junior engineer will go 8 o'clock and sound all the tanks. But next side also we have the bilge tank and void tanks need to be sounded every morning. So that sounding is taken and tank is updated, then you can do the discharge from there. So automatic calculation is done there.
Compliant with IMO regulation you have mentioned. So this automated ERO, this can replace the physical books?
Yeah, already.
It is already there in the IMO, which circular like.
That's what I am saying. 314/72.
It came out when?
October 2020. In effect from October 2020.
Then a reminder to pending tasks. What is that, right?
Yeah, it's like, say for example, entries are made by, say 10 entries are made and not signed. Maybe the junior engineer has made the entry and he has not, second engineer has not signed or chief engineer has not signed, and tomorrow they sign off. So what will happen? So what we have done is that if, say for example, 10 entries not signed, you cannot make 11th entry till you sign them. Okay. Since say master has not signed 3 pages, so the 4th page entry cannot be made till master signs those entries. Because I have seen that as a chief engineer, all that I have put in, that I joined the vessel, took over and saw that after 2-3 days when I saw the oil record book, last 3 pages not signed by chief engineer. Then it becomes very difficult. So here we normally don't allow for lot of entries to be pending, not signed. So that is the reminders. Okay. 31274 is the Bible. We comply with all the other requirement of each annexes for maintaining the record books. I said we have Android and tablet, iOS tablet also. The app looks like this. It's very simple. You just tick, like a touch on few places and your entry is made. This is the entry screen. And this is the output. Mark is invalid. Somebody was asking, I think in the audience from remote. You see, there's an entry where mark is invalid by second engineer. If the mistake was made, it is crossed. Just like our paper record book. Yes, sir.
Is this admissible in the court of law?
Yeah. Flag approved. It's admissible in court of law.
That as evidence.
As evidence, because flag is approved. Flag has given us the declaration saying that you need not to maintain paper book now.
But again, it's for a particular flag, right? It's about the vessel that it's flying a particular flag.
Yeah.
But a flag is not an universal approval authority for IMO.
Oh.
So what I mean is,
Okay, let me rephrase your question to you. In answering your question, I let me put another question. Say Panama has got ORB3, right? Nobody else has, right? But ORB3 entries are applicable across globe for as evidence in court of law. Yes. Because it is approved by Panama. Correct? Same way, when my flag is approving, all the other courts will accept. Because we have given authority to the flag to approve this. Yeah. Okay. Type approval. So we have type approval from BV, Korean registered and NK. Flag approvals. Marshall Island, Finland, Liberia, Hong Kong, Singapore, Japan, Cyprus, Panama, Malta, Germany. Yesterday we received flag approval from Germany also.
So, good evening. Can I interrupt?
Yes, please. Yes, please. Go ahead.
Yeah. Good evening and thanks very much for this wonderful presentation. I would just like to know what is the status as of now with the Indian flag? Has the Indian flag been approached or have anybody contacted them? I think this is a wonderful scheme, though our Indian fleet is negligible, but still it would be nice if we get some type approval from IRS or somebody through DG. Thank you.
Yeah, it's a very relevant question, and like since last 2 weeks I'm coming across this question. The current situation is that Mariapps don't have any Indian clients right now. Till now, we have about 60 clients, but none of them are Indian companies. So we have no, let's say, motivation now till now to go to Indian ships. But yesterday, Captain Shukla introduced me to two big ship operators, ship managers in India, and that's how he said that no, now you have motivation, you start the process. So Indian IRS and the Indian say BG shipping approvals will start. Process will start. We have all the documentation done already. What needed to be clarified for clearing these flag, Indian flag and the IRS. Yes, last week I was in that IMX exhibition. We had it installed, and there I managed to have a sitting with IRS, and we decided the strategy how we'll go about the approval in Indian port, because a lot of Indian operators came on in that exhibition and they were interested for this product. So
Indian operators means from INSA people or who came?
Ship managers having like say 5 ships, 6 ships, 10 ships, like that. Ship managers were there and who wanted to take this software.
So the entire Indian fleet right now doesn't have this.
Yeah, the fleet which is registered in India is not having. But like ship managed by BSM from India, foreign going ships,
Indian flagships
don't have now.
they don't have at all.
But Bernhard Schulte must be having some Indian flag ship registered.
So we
now in
had
India.
only one ship, Satiksha, which no longer with us. So we don't have any ship registered in India.
Okay, because there are so many opportunities, so many people coming into Indian flag for the energy trade.
Yeah.
Yeah, thank you so much, sir. Thank you. I'm very happy to hear this. That it
There
looks
is one
very
more
nice.
question. Raise hand. Can you please ask your question?
Yeah, for me, I would like to thank you for this and would welcome this into the Indian flag.
Captain Vivek also has raised his hand.
Only the old one.
Yeah, Nimit Gupta, Captain Gupta has also raised his hand.
Yes, sir. I have 2 more questions regarding your point.
Yes.
With regards to talking about individual ships, how the entries are made. So just coming the thought process, are every record entry made ship specific at the time of installation? Like for example, if I look at the IOPP certificate, there are tanks mentioned there, different tanks mentioned, or the rate of the pumping or the pump rate hours are given, or let's say ballast tanks, different names are given on each ship. So at time of installation, are each ship records are made ship specific for entries to be made correctly, or every time the ship staff has to make that record depending upon what we are reading, like in the normal hard copies?
Okay, before I answer the question,
Second
all the
question.
onboard users who are connected, I want to say that you are missing the samosa.
Yes, sir.
So next time, please come, join physically so you can have samosa also. That is
Will
very
do, sir. Sure.
Okay, to answer your, yeah?
Yes. So,
Okay, to answer your question about ship specific entry, whenever we install on any ship, before installation, what we do is we ask the ship manager the IOPP certificate form A or B, depending upon the ship type. We ask garbage management plan appendix 2, where all the storage locations are there. Then we ask their capacity plan, where all tanks and their capacities are given. And then we ask the capacities of, say, bilge pump, slush pump, ballast pump, because there are validations. Say, for example, chief officer is writing a ballast water exchange entry and he's saying that, okay, I have exchanged, say, 8,000 meter cube of ballast in 2 hours, where your ballast pump is capable only, say, 600 meter cube.
correct.
Now, in paper record book, you can do that. Nobody is checking that, unless you are car. But here you cannot do that, because we are entering your ship's ballast pump capacity there, and you cannot enter a data which is not matching with your ballast pump capacity. So we do a ship specific data entry. After doing the data entry, we ask your superintendent to certify that it is correct. We ask your master chief engineer to certify that it is correct. Then only we enable this electronic record book there.
Okay, sir. Thanks. So second question more.
Yes, please.
Whenever you are landing garbage or you are disposing sludge ashore or anything which you are landing for which you have a receipt from the shore people, that's a physical copy. So that means now you will have to upload physically the PDF copy, something like that, into your records?
Yes. When you are making an entry for sludge landed ashore, there is a place where you can attach your receipt.
And don't have to maintain the physical copies anywhere after that.
You don't have to maintain the physical copies.
Okay, sir. Thank you very much. Thanks a lot.
Okay. Moving next. This is the building that we are talking about, Mariapps House in Kochi, the 8th floor building. The bottom floors you see are actually parking space and a huge garden down below. We have third floor is actually our starting floor, where we have our cafeteria and HR, IT, all that sit in the third floor. Then fourth and fifth floor are actually development people. I mean, my team sits in fourth floor, and sixth floor is top management, and seventh floor is all allied services. Meaning we have one performance monitoring system, one performance management center. Meaning there is a huge, like much bigger than double of this size monitors, where we monitor the performance and of each ship of BSM or clients in terms of fuel consumption, in terms of environment regulations, in terms of weather routing. All this is monitored.
Real-time data, right?
Real-time data. And 24/7, there are people sitting and monitoring them and in touch with master, guiding them how to and not to
As good as autonomous ships.
But it is like we advise master, we don't instruct master.
One step behind.
Yeah.
Almost like yes. Autonomous ship.
We have a team sitting there in Kochi, and naval architects, marine engineers, and data scientists. Yeah. Always welcome to visit there. So that is the first part of my presentation, where we talk about the electronic record book. Okay, any further question? The cadets, please. No question? Okay. You were aware
Yeah,
of
if you don't mind, can I ask you one question?
please.
Yeah, I just want to know whether there are any other competitors for your type of software.
Yeah, many. There are many competitors.
Okay.
I know about 11 companies certified for various electronic record books by Marshall Islands.
Yeah, okay. And my follow-on is whether anyone is so far approached the Indian administration.
I am not aware of that. I can find out for you, but I can always, we can approach the Indian flag.
I have a question.
Okay, thank you, sir. Thank you so much.
This record book, electronic record book, will be as per your it has to be ship specific.
Yes.
I mean, it is not that because you have to integrate the ship tanks and everything into it.
Yes.
So it has to be ship specific.
Correct. See, there is in software, there are two parts. One is software program and the other part is data. So we have designed this software in such a way that ship tanks, garbage storage location and equipment, all this is data. So you don't need to change the software for that. Whatever data you put for that particular vessel, it will automatically take and show that data and act with that data. So changes are so easily possible because of the design.
If it's malfunctioning, to get that, you don't have to integrate the whole thing.
Why? See, malfunctioning is very.
So that must be a cloud-based thing, right? So it is saving on cloud backup.
Yeah,
That's only the record. I'm talking about the machine itself.
Okay.
Because of the machine itself.
Yeah.
Then what happens?
Okay. Let me answer your question. So the question here is that you have a PAL server on board. PAL server is our software where our software is installed. PAL server is nothing but a normal PC. Okay, with some specification, 8 GB RAM, some i5, i6, whatever. That server is, we are installing the software, and tomorrow that server comes off, meaning hard disk failure, some power supply burnt out, and full system is burnt out. Okay. Few minutes back, when I was talking about backup, 3 stages of backup. So immediately you have backup in your hard disk, where you can show to the surveyor who is coming after 1 hour that I have made all these entries in PDF format. And this is my computer is burnt. I cannot show you the live entry, but this is my record. That is number 1. Number 2, I can put that hard disk, external hard disk, to other PC, and within 1 hour, the other PC will become the PAL server. We install the other PC, and it becomes a PAL server. So your PC is burnt, no problem. Nowadays, every vessel has got 5-6 PCs minimum. Every vessel, and maybe more. Yeah. So you have another PC, you put that hard disk, give us the connection. Internet is so good nowadays that every problem we go and solve with the remote connection. There is something called TeamViewer, if we may have heard. Take the TeamViewer connection, connect to the vessel in the middle of Pacific, and you connect the software. You can do that. In 1996, I paid my electricity bill in the middle of Pacific. That was the first ship. It was installed with VSET. 96. VSET was installed, and I paid my electricity bill in the middle of Pacific. That was the connection we had that time. CMS CGM Kalamata was the vessel, and I was there for this installation assistance to the VSET company. And there we have tested the software and the connectivity. Because experience. Any more question in your books?
For sister ships, you can maybe have the same.
You don't actually. The setup of the vessels we do ourselves. So it's not any pressure for the customer. We do it and give it to them. Yes, sir.
Good evening, sir.
Yes.
Good evening, sir. Just asking for curiosity, are you using this so-called blockchain technology in this?
Okay, Captain Gopidas, can you repeat your question, please?
Captain Gopidas, please repeat your question.
Yeah, good evening. Maybe just asking for curiosity. Are you using this so-called blockchain technology in this electronic record book software?
No, we are not using blockchain right now. We are using quite old technologies in this system. We use .NET MVC 5 and MS SQL Server, and not yet implemented blockchain. But there is a research going on in our innovation hub, a set of people who do innovation in our company, where we want to do blockchain for this kind of entries. And blockchain is a little bit more future when you have, I was talking in the beginning of presentation where the data is continuously shared with the flag. So with blockchain, that will be happening, that the data will be continuously shared with the flag, and because every member of the blockchain will be able to see the data, what data is changed.
So now the bill of ladings are already started to be in blockchain now.
Correct. Yeah. Yes.
Okay, thank you very much, sir.
Okay. You change this way. Change that to
Append it so that
yeah. Actually,
you need the presentation again.
yeah. Yeah, on the first one, yeah. Very good. Okay. Where is my cursor? I can see. Yeah. Okay. I am moving to e-logs. I have completed 1 hour. I will go very quick and try to complete. So e-log is different ballgame, meaning electronic logbook. Your daily logbook you write is we are converting it to electronic format. So your engine logbook, your deck logbook is already converted into electronic format. There, the regulations are very flexible because you don't have a fixed format. You have only minimum entry requirement. That SOLAS says that you should record every 4 hours or periodically this parameter. That's all. That is all the requirement is. So it is easier compared to yearbook. All this automatic calculation, web-based, all this functional, the advantages which we had in yearbooks, here also we have. But more than that, we have the advantage of fully integrated system. When I say fully integrated system means, say for example, I am doing the bunkering and making a bunkering entry in oil record book 1, then the bunker barge alongside, hose connected, these entries will be automatically be done in deck log. You don't have to go and make the entry. Similarly, start of bunkering finish, all these entries will be automatically done from one entry because oil record book has got restriction. So oil record book becomes source. You do oil record book entry from the source, and deck log entry and engine log entries are done automatically.
And also vice versa?
No, because electronic record book, the oil record book, you have a lot of restriction. You cannot do previous entry. If you have made the entry, you cannot do a previous date entry. But in electronic record, say engine logbook or deck logbook, you can make. There are a lot of spaces where you can write later on. So like that, it is possible here. Regulation is not so strict, but reverse entry is not possible. From here to electronic oil record book is not allowed in our software. Then say for example, LPSQ. LPSQ is our another module in our software where you record your say accident, incident, your drill, your near misses, safety committee meeting, all this you record in LPSQ module of our software. Because our software is Smart Pol is a big suite of all the modules. E-log or ER books is one module of that. Like that, we have a module called LPSQ. So you make an incident entry automatically in DAC logbook. The entry will be made with this and this incident happened and these are the people involved. So that level of automation is now there where user doesn't have to, shipboard staff don't have to do the entries multiple time in multiple places.
I have a question.
Yes, please.
Now, when we are making an entry, let's say it's 1100 hours. Can I make an entry of 1200 hours today at 1100 hours?
In electronic record book?
Yes.
Yes, we can do.
But that is where the catch is. It's a suggestion I mean. The electronic record should be served at 1100 hours. If I'm going to make the entry of future,
you cannot make future entry. You cannot make.
I said 1100 hours. I make.
Sorry, I have not understood your question. You cannot do future entries. Previous entry you can do.
Future entry.
Future entry you cannot. Future entry you can do. We have also a very unique feature which most of the competitors don't have, is about date line crossing. You know, date line crossing. You are making an entry and then you cross the date line, you are making the entry on the previous date. Local date time, you will see that it will look like previous date. But our system has got no problem. There's a toggle, you say I have date line crossed and that's why I'm making this entry. No problem.
But these systems are GPS enabled.
These systems
automatically don't do anything.
So you said future entry cannot be made. What about when the clocks are advanced and how do you work?
Yeah, the clocks are advanced, then your ship time is advanced. What we are doing is we are checking with your current date time.
So you are lifting it with our ship's clock.
Yes. Every entry, every entry has to be made in local ship time. That is for sure.
Not in GMT.
Not in GMT. But we are storing the entries in GMT. So irrespective of your time zone changing, entries are in the background is saved in GMT. So we don't have any problem in this scenario where time zone is changing, no problem.
Makes sense, sir, because sometimes ships delay a bit. So आज नहीं करना है कल कर देते हैं. Already the clocks are long, so they don't. नहीं हो सकता because once the clocks are synchronized in the system will not accept even a normal.
I say 1100, I like 1100 hours. Still have it.
नहीं लिख सकता.
You will not be able to save that. You will not be able to.
I like 1100 hours. Still have it. So can you stop me 1100 hours?
No, when you
text में लिख सकता है.
So you have to select time.
Yeah, you select the timing. When you try to save it, system will say that future entries are not allowed.
But text is everything anybody can write. It's problem.
But we are not giving you text for date time. Date time is you select the date time from the calendar, and when you try to save it, system will not allow it.
The past entry can be made today time.
Yeah, that is allowed because
That will also reflect that you have made this entry today.
yeah, that will show.
That's also a plus point. The future past entry, you are making it after 2 days. You know that.
The system allows that. The regulation says that for electronic, say physical record books also, the oil record book, the regulation says that entry should be made as soon as possible after the incident. If you have done the bunkering, allow chief engineer to sleep because 4 o'clock bunkering finished. Then he will get up at 8 o'clock, have his breakfast, 10 o'clock he will make the entry which is allowed. Or maybe after 2 days of maneuvering in the river going to Argentina, he will be allowed to make the entry after the future. So the regulation is very flexible on that. You don't have to make the entry, but future is coming. Where these entries need not to be made, it will come automatically. We are working on now where maybe December, January, we are launching a new module where your GPS entry, your or AIS entry will come automatically. Your address entry will come automatically. Means you put the date time and your location will be fetched from your GPS data. We have a magic box which we will be supplying to the ship, which connects to the navigation system of the ship and automation control system in the engine room, and it gives you all the features. That's the feature where you don't have to record the date. You start transfer pump, it will say, it will write the entry. You start the bilge pump, boiling water separator, the entry will be made automatically. You cannot control it. That's very new feature. I was in discussion with a cruise ship company today in first half, and they said that this is useless for us because we don't want our guys, shipboard guys, to write the entry or make the entry in the computer. It has to be automatic.
Weather condition, automatic.
Automatic. Currently, our performance center is
They are just taking data from somewhere else.
Yeah,
That's all. They are just, so the system will home on to any particular boy or any people which is, nearby. Or any data center which is.
Or internet, some places, we go to people can use another.
तो सर अभी भी नहीं होता, अभी भी वो चला गया।
सर जमाना गया सर।
वो सर 15-20 साल।
वो जमाना गया जब आप बोलते थे कि आपका ETA बढ़ा दो या थोड़ा स्लिप बढ़ा दो, वो जमाना गया है।
So with that Mariapps what they have in Kochi, as far as I know, my knowledge is limited. You can press on the ship and then you can consult their real time data. Real time data हो रहा है सर, वहीं से रिकॉर्ड में आ जाएगा ऑटोमेटिक।
सर हाथ से लिखने वाला जमाना खत्म हो रहा है।
हाथ से
ही आ जाए।
वो अच्छा है कि हम लोग स्टोर पे आ गए। पॉकेट में नहीं
So the agent came and put that carton on the captain's desk. That's just an automation. That's what it was.
Okay. About the integration, these are the entry screens of engine logbook and that logbook. This is the daily log. Your noon time in the engine room, record your position, your wind direction, all this is now recorded in electronic format.
Ship on the shore is on the same. This thing, how do you share it? You have to share it.
Yeah, it's like backup. I said the third backup is your office. All the entries you make on board are automatically sent to office. There is an application running which collects on a periodic time, like twice daily or 3 times daily, or some companies have got every 2 hours. So whatever they have done, they collect the data and email. Whenever master does the handshake, the email comes to the office. In the office, there is an automatic server running which collects the email, reads the email, and puts the data inside the data. No intervention required. In 2010, we were releasing version 1. There, the problem was communication was not so reliable. Today also is not so reliable compared to also communication. So packet number 10 is received by the vessel, but packet number 9 was not received. The discrepancy is there, and now master is calling us, hey, send the packet number 9. Those things are also solved now. Now server talk to each other. When they speak to packet number 9, they are request automatically to office. Office sends the packet number 9 again, and this process is seamless. And since 2012, it is.
This process is very old now. That they are using for delivery of packages. Right. Not the next week, the servers are not talk to each other.
We are doing so more logbooks now. Your controlled drug register will be electronic. Your e-register will be electronic. Your medical record book will be electronic. The GMDS's log, sorry, GMDS's radio log will be electronic. GMDS's radio log will be launching next month or so, July, middle of July somewhere. And your village bell book will be electronic. Engine bell book will be electronic, and it's very interesting design we have created. We have tablet. And that is, pilot says that's so ahead, master repeats that's so ahead. The officer just click on one button. So, already there. So that software is called Hero. Right now, the latest one which I have seen some of the companies have installed, the entire purchase from the Western one. Like you want to buy fresh, you go officer's time. You say that okay, we are coming to a good port, go buy some good fish and come. Like, big prawns in South American port. That is now possible again. The companies allow you to do the on the 10 years back, it was requisition created in vessel and transferred to shore, and all the operation is done on shore. But recently, some of the companies are empowering master and chief engineer. So, okay, you have got say monthly budget of $10,000 to purchase locally. That is their new development. Work and rest hours we have since 2010. We have a competition for ISF watchkeeper. Sorry. Hey, there also we have now. Ship staff has got a feedback mechanism where they can directly send the feedback.
Master, I'm just saying, if a master,
जमाना भी गया करने की जरूरत नहीं है वो इतने सारे लोग हैं एक फोन करने पे आ जाते हैं हाँ सर अभी तो अनोनिमस है सर आजकल एक और चीज है सर हाँ सोशल मीडिया में डाल देंगे anonymous calls
तो सही क्यों
there is a field for comment. And you can type it out. Yeah, all everything you can type here.
Sir, can I ask one few questions about customization?
Yes, please. Yes, please.
Sir, with regards to the customization, because I saw that you have only put two big headers, deck logbook as well as engine logbook. So I just want to understand, like radar logbook or compass error logbook or VHF logbook or EcoSounder logbooks. These are not part of the deck logbook, right, sir? Presently, is it just a standard logbook like a bridge logbook without those entries to be? You have to maintain those hard copies till now.
If you can see, JMD's logbook is in pipeline.
Correct. Sir, I'm not able to hear you, sir.
And your error logbook is also coming in July.
Okay, so they are still separate.
Sorry?
I'm on, so they are still separate, right, sir? They are still separate.
They're separate, yes.
So that our logbook presently, they are all separate. This is just a standard logbook you have.
Yes, yes, yes.
Okay. Second question, sir. Suppose, let's say we have a crew from Russia or a China or a Greek or somewhere. Do you also have a scope to have on the text written in the different language in addition to the English? Because normally, if you go to these people, even though the English language is the official language, but many of these logbooks for them have the text or the headers in their local language, China or Russia, or we're talking about Greek or all sort of places. Is it, do you also have a possibility there, sir?
Okay. So what we are doing is currently our the two part of my answers is our paper record book is in English. Right?
Yes.
So the company paper record book, everything is English because your ship's official language is English.
Correct.
That is number one. Number two, since we are doing it in software, what we are doing is we are providing a multi-language support. Meaning, like say for example, if I open z.cn, z.cn is a website which is actually nothing but Amazon of China. When you open z.cn, my Chrome automatically says, do you want to translate this page?
Okay.
If I say yes, it translates the page in the English. Chinese Amazon in English. Okay.
Correct.
The same functionality we are now developing, where all the pages of our software can be translated into the language of their country.
Okay, understood.
उन्होंने पता नहीं मनाली का रास्ता बहुत खराब है और उन्होंने गवर्नमेंट की बस ली
Captain Harjinder, I think your mic is on. Captain Harjinder. Yeah, sorry. Yeah. Thank you. So, so I understand that point, sir. Ki, this is, you can, because you, it is coming in future to change the font language or something if required be. Correct. Understood, sir. Okay. Thanks a lot. Thank you very much. Thank you.
If we have any question, otherwise it was interesting, interactive. Yeah. And we will make you stop. We'll stop sharing and we'll make you full screen.
Okay, so thank you very much. It has been a very interesting presentation, something new for a number of us. And of course, we do know about it, but this was more, in detail and will giving us a better clarity. And those guys sitting behind there, this is your generation, you have to use it. I mean, you'll have no option. For us, we have both the options, but for you, it's not there. So with that, I thank our speaker who has been, very much well informed on this subject. And on behalf of the company of Master Owners of India, may I please invite Captain Uppal. So can you please come here? You hand over a memento on behalf of Srinagar. So please. The name tags which you have, you can just remove them and leave it on your table desk before you leave. Now there is a feedback form placed on every table. Please write something on it. For the people who are attending remotely, this is our second hybrid meeting. So in future, we will design a form which can be sent to you electronically. And we are also still learning. So one more announcement. Our next masterclass will be on for the directors people who are directors of companies or people who aspire to be one or people who just want to know what is the role of a director, please attend this masterclass, which is conducted by the Institute of Directors, which is based in Delhi. It's a very, I would say, practical course, which is covering all aspects of, being a director of a company. And it's never too late, or rather it's never too early as well. So even if you are aged, in the 30s and all, please attend this. And in countries like UK and all, these courses cost thousands of pounds. And here you get it for something like, below 40,000. So take advantage of this. CMMI has been conducting these courses. We will have more. The next course is scheduled for 27th of August. It runs into 2 weekends because this is meant for directors. So it runs into weekends. And there are 2 weekends, 27th, 28th August, which is a Saturday, Sunday. And the next weekend is 3rd and 4th of September, which is also a Saturday, Sunday. So people are free to attend these courses. With that, I thank all of you for being here. And I think this is one of the last peaceful meetings because henceforth we'll have rains. And it will be more trouble reaching venues. So, but then next time, as what Captain Basim announced some time back, guys there, please listen. Next meeting is going to be fully physical only. No electronic transmission. Yeah, that's on the 17th of June. The next meeting is the 17th of June. It should be held at the IRS and only physical meeting. So please be there. Take advantage of the knowledge sharing which CMMI is offering. Thank you, and thank you, Prabhat sir, for giving us a wonderful lecture. Thanks for this venue. I would like to thank all the BSM people. And one thing I came to know that this large screen which is here, it's how many inches is this?
85.
85-inch screen is the first event happening here on the big screen. Setup. Do you think setup for CMMI?
Touch screen.
It is such a big thing, but it's a touch screen. So you can just touch it and operate, just like a mobile phone. So thanks BSM for all that.
Thank you. We end the meeting.
Thank you.